The highlight of Real Madrid's 2024 summer transfer window was the signing of Kylian Mbappe after what was an endless saga. Arriving at the club after constantly flirting for years, there was always a lot of pressure on Mbappe to perform and hit the same levels he displayed at PSG. Considering that Vinicius Jr. occupies his niche on the left wing at the Spanish club, his adaptation was further complicated. Despite the challenges of adapting to a new team, Mbappe has started life in Madrid decently and has regularly got on the scoresheet. The player, however, has set a big challenge for himself. Mbappe sets a target. As revealed on El Chiringuito TV earlier today, Mbappe has told his Real Madrid teammates, coaches and executives that he will score 50 goals this season. His aspirations, thus, are massive but fitting for a player of his quality. In 7 La Liga games so far, the French winger has found the back of the net 5 times and has 1 goal to his name in the UEFA Champions League. Considering that the season is still in its infancy and that close to 5 more competitions are to be added to the calendar in the coming months, Mbappe may well hit the special 50-goal milestone in his first season at the club. A major aspect for him to reach that number, however, is his consistency in the final third and his fitness. While the former is relatively easier given the player's brilliance, the latter will be more difficult to maintain given the hectic schedule. Mbappe recently returned from injury earlier than expected and participated in Real Madrid's game against Lille. He is, however, not completely fit and will thus skip international duty with France. Real Madrid are not the same without Toni Kroos and the numbers prove it. Real Madrid's recent 0-1 defeat to Lille has highlighted a significant problem within the squad: the inability to control the tempo of the game effectively. This issue has drawn attention to a gap in the current lineup, one that no player has managed to fill since the departure of midfield maestro Toni Kroos. While it may seem harsh, the assessment of former director of football Predrag Mijatovic rings true. Real Madrid's current midfielders, including Eduardo Camavinga, Aurelien Tchouaméni, Federico Valverde, and Jude Bellingham, have not managed to replicate what Kroos consistently brought to the team. Kroos was a player who could dictate the pace of the game, bringing calm and control in crucial moments. His ability to move the ball from side to side, slowing down or speeding up the tempo depending on the situation, was invaluable to Real Madrid. This ability is now glaringly absent from the current squad. To fully understand this, it is crucial to take a closer look at the statistics from the Lille match. In the match against Lille, the difference was particularly evident. Kroos averaged 7 long passes per game throughout his career at Madrid, with a near 90% success rate. This level of accuracy was unmatched by any of his replacements. Last night Bellingham attempted 5 long passes, but only 2 were successful. Tchouaméni made 2 attempts, with 3 being successful, while Valverde also attempted 2, managing 2 correct passes. Camavinga had 4 attempts, with 3 successful, the best percentage among them. However, despite these efforts, none of them could replicate the calm and precision Kroos brought to the midfield. It's not just about the number of passes but the impact they have on the game. Kroos' ability to create chances was just as critical to Real Madrid's success. On average, Kroos was directly involved in creating 2 scoring opportunities per game. Last night, Real Madrid only managed to create 2 chances in total, a stark contrast to the influence Kroos had when he was on the pitch. It's clear that there is no direct replacement for Kroos in the current squad, and this is a worrying sign for Real Madrid. Tchouaméni, while solid defensively, does not have the same finesse or control with the ball that Kroos had. Camavinga, a promising talent, has a similar style but is still far from achieving the level of consistency Kroos brought. Valverde and Bellingham, while performing well in their respective roles, have not shown that they can fill the void left by the German. Luka Modric, another midfield stalwart, could perhaps come closer to Kroos' influence, but at this stage of his career, his appearances must be carefully managed. The Croatian veteran can no longer be relied upon to play week in, week out at the same intensity. Search. Madrid Universal. Madrid Universal. MU Shorts. Real Madrid are not the same without Toni Kroos, and the numbers prove it. Published 23 hours ago on October 3, 2024 by Swapnil. Photo by Jorge Guerrero, AFP via Getty Images. Share tweet. Real Madrid's recent 0-1 defeat to Lille has highlighted a significant problem within the squad: the inability to control the tempo of the game effectively. This issue has drawn attention to a gap in the current lineup, one that no player has managed to fill since the departure of midfield maestro Toni Kroos. While it may seem harsh, the assessment of former director of football Predrag Mijatovic rings true. Real Madrid's current midfielders, including Eduardo Camavinga, Aurelien Tchouameni, Federico Valverde, and Jude Bellingham, have not managed to replicate